Questions?
Obviously, a very different defensive result tonight. What did you see out there defensively?
I thought, we sustained the effort, from start to finish, and they put a lot of pressure on you. You can't let your guard down, but I like the way we played. I thought we played very unselfish offensively, and it was a good win.
Were there any notable changes you made besides obviously?
Not really. That's probably the biggest thing. It was just a little bit of the rotation. I thought, and the same thing. Like the game before, we had a bad stretch in the third quarter, and when a team makes 9 threes, they could blow a game open on you, and they did. And so, not having that and trusting each other, I thought guys, moved the ball so there was rhythm, and that was the biggest thing is just keep making plays for each other.
Why'd you go McBride over Barrett?
Just where we were. Back to back, it's been a lot of games. If you add, the entire November in 5 back-to-backs, so you just get Deuce in there and see what it looked like.
So that was just a one game thing.
Yeah, we'll see where we are. Yeah.
Cam didn't play. Anything specific?
No, just coach's decision.
Have you not liked what he did?
And it's more like rotation. I wanted to get it to where it's a 9-man rotation, worked a lot better. So just be ready.
I apologize for jinxing yesterday, asking about the traveling stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm blaming you.
What was there anything in particular that's happened over basketball games with that?
Obviously there's an emphasis on it by the league, and so the thing is, and again, I want to look at the film. I think it's good for the most part, except I think you have to be consistent in the way in which you call it. And so you can't do it for one team, and if it's tight for one team, it's got to be tight for the other team.
Is it safe to say that's what the technical was about?
Yes.
Do you think some of the calls were not accurate tonight? Some of the travels?
No, because look, I'm all for enforcing the rules. I am, and I know. I thought we had a good crew. I thought they're being told to call it a certain way, and so I think I know what the intent is. I think that is good, but it can't be. You can't pick and choose it, and I want to see a consistency to it. If I see the consistency, there will not be any complaining by me. Huh? I don't know. I want to look at the film before but that's the biggest thing. It's like there were, I don't know, someone said 13 travels in the game, right? And so, if we're calling it that, and look, like if in FIBA, they tell you like the ball's got to be out of your hand when you lift your pivot foot. So it's pretty cut and dry how they call it, right? So if we're calling it like that, which is the way it's intended to be called, call it like that. Giving guys 3-4 steps, I'm not for that. I don't think anyone is. But the referee's got a tough job. I understand that, but in my thing, I don't really care if it's tight or loose. I just want it the same way for both teams.
Did you do anything at halftime differently today?
No, not really.
What did you think in the third quarter?
You just more consistent. Play tougher with the lead. Part of it that is probably. Less people in the rotation too, so that gives you better rhythm. So that's part of the reason why we went to 9.
You had done that at the beginning of the West Coast trip?
Yeah, and we played well that way.
You
Yeah,
had 2 wins there,
yeah.
and then you went back to 10. Why'd you go back to 10 there, and why did you feel like going back to 10?
Well, the tough thing is like you got to make a decision, okay? Who are the 9? And there's guys that are deserving to be in there, and you're trying to stretch it a little bit to see until there's more clarity to it. And then once there is, and you have the information, now you got to make the decision. So that's what we did, and we're always going to do what we think is best for the team. So I want to prioritize that, and that doesn't mean it's permanent. It just means that's where we are right now. Whatever gives us the best chance to win, that's what we're going to do.
How much of Reddish not playing tonight had to do with just specifically his defensive effort in the Mavs game?
Yeah, and again, I don't want to put anything on one guy. I don't believe in that. And I think, the big thing is you take a hard look at the game, and you say, okay, what can we do differently? What can make it better? Okay, if you win by 20, you're probably not making any changes. You're probably looking at it trying to clean a couple things up. But if it doesn't work, then you're looking at, okay, what are the possibilities? How can we inject something different? And so that's what we did. And to your point, like on the West Coast trip, we got down to 9, and then it gave us a better rhythm in the game. So that's part of it. And I liked where we were offensively and defensively tonight, even though it was a low-scoring game. I don't really care if we win scoring a lot of points or scoring few points, as long as we have more than them.
So would you like to stick with 9?
For right now, that's what we're doing. Yeah.
When certain guys have struggled with their jumpers, you've often said you want to try to get them easy looks and that kind of stuff. Obi's jump shot has been off for about 3 weeks now. Is there, but he's basically getting those same sorts of, mostly just catch and shoot threes and all that. Is there any incentive to throw him in a pick and roll every once in a while, try to get him?
Yeah, well, see, the thing is, and that's where that's how you're trying to play. You're playing a lot in transition, and we're the same. Like, we're trying to score early in the clock, so running the floor, drags, double drags, pistol action, that sort of thing, and flying into the pick and rolls. And the end of offense, you can keep going. So, but his activity is the same thing. The more active he is, I thought he played well tonight, and I want him to build off that. If he's open, shoot. I don't want, as long as you shoot it well and it's the right shot, you're open, you're reading the closeout well, you're down and ready when the ball comes, you got good rhythm off it. And that's so what we talked about is creating good rhythm for everybody. So it's not, and if the people are switching and you're holding on to the ball, if you turn it into that type of game, it's hard to get rhythm. Like you can drive, like the advantage is you got a big on a small, drive the ball, hit the paint, and then make your read, and then spray it out, and then you go drive, pass, and then now you got rhythm.
Last time you guys played Cleveland, when you played there, they were on fire from 3.
Yeah.
Tonight, especially with the guards, like Mitchell and Garland are just fire off the dribble, pull-ups and that kind of stuff, and you guys really contained them. What do you think you did well?
Yeah, I thought better into the ball. Some they missed, that they're out there. Love got real hot on us, and I think we'd go into the fourth quarter there. We had a 10-point lead, and same thing. Like sometimes you lose rhythm if you're playing, too many guys, and it's better to make a tough decision and get where everyone has rhythm.
So what did you think of Quentin's defense, and then to a lesser extent what McBride?
Both great. Yeah, and I think that, and they know that's their role, and they embrace it, and they're good at it, and it's critical. That's a big part of winning, And I still think Quentin will get there offensively. He's, still finding his way. That's going to come, but his defense is terrific.
How much of a difference is having him at, Donovan at 38? I think that first game. How much of a difference was it having him out there against Donovan?
Well, good. The thing is like those guys are very difficult to guard individually, but Quentin has great feet, he has strength, anticipation, and you're going to have to work. And it's not that he's impossible to score against, because those guys, their greatness is they got the ability to, you can guard them great, and they got the ability to make. So, but if you make them work, and over the course of the game, like you're making them work for those points, maybe that takes its toll over the course of the game, because there's a physicality to Quentin too. On every play, he's all out.
What has allowed Quickly to grow so much as a defender since his rookie season?
Probably just knowing the league a lot better. He's the thing about Quick is he's a student of the game. I think once you play against someone 10 times, 15 times, you know him a lot better, right? When you play against a team, 10 times, you know him a lot better. So I think that helps a lot. He's got good anticipation. He's got good feet. He's gotten a lot stronger. I think that's helped him as well.
Let's see if we can get up to the 25 travels on Wednesday.
All right, we're done.
Yeah.
Looking hard to.
Choose wisely. Choose wisely.
How excited were you about all those travels?
I've never seen that in my life. Yeah. Didn't they get a memo
Yeah.
Yes.
about
Yeah.
to stop calling them?
No.
No, I think it was
Oh, to call more.
yeah.
Oh, well, they did it. Yeah, they definitely did it.
How much of an adjustment is it?
You gotta slow down. That's it, though. See y'all? Okay.
Yes, yesterday, defense, and today, what was the adjustment?
Probably the travels.
That was the key.
That was the key.
But Garland and Donovan, you guys kind of helped them.
I think guards did a good job of competing on the ball and fighting over screens, making it tough, forcing them in the midge.
Was the effort better?
Yeah, I don't know if it was better. I just think we did a great job of, fighting over screens and trying to square the ball up or pursue.
What was the team like just coming off of kind of a performance like yesterday going into today? And what was the actual atmosphere of the team like getting into it?
I mean, I think we were good. It wasn't like we didn't come out and play good basketball to start the game like we did. It was just tale of two halves. You get outscored by 26 in the quarters. It'd be hard to make that up.
There was kind of a moment that I noticed at the half. RJ struggled in the first half, and it looked like you came over, put an arm around him right as you guys were going off the court, and said whatever you said to him, and he came out more in the second half and played much better. I'm just curious what you see from RJ's demeanor when he's not having something going right for him and starts to turn it around. What do you notice about him?
He's the same. He's never somebody that's too high or too low. He's going to be himself regardless and be aggressive.
Just speaking of that moment, how has your relationship with him evolved over the last few years?
We both came here together. Came here the same year in New York, so we've seen each other grow, have success, kind of built this thing from the start. So we got a great relationship. It's like my little brother for sure.
How did it feel to end to have a second half and a third quarter the way you did? To hear the applause from the crowd and beat a good team on your home court.
Applause is way better than boos, Greg. No, I said the applause. Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, our fans are the best, so it was great, for us to be able to give them an effort like tonight, defensive effort, and get a good Sunday win. Now I get to go watch my Cowboys.
Julius, after a night like this, this is the first time you've held an opponent under 100 points. 19 points under 100. Can you guys take something away from what you did today and carry it over as you move forward?
Yeah, hopefully we can force them into more travels.
With some of these travel balls, were you almost stunned at some of them tonight?
I have not seen it. I don't know. Not since I've been in the league. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm not saying they're the wrong calls. It's just I've never seen it. It's going to be an adjustment league-wide, and I don't know if it's going to be like that from game to game. But I guess once you see it's being called tight like that, then you gotta make the adjustments.
How do you feel about it? I know usually players, and Tom was just in here saying he just wants the game to be called consistent. It's called consistency is good, but how do you feel about a game being called that tight on travels? How do you feel about that rule?
Well, it worked in our favor tonight, so I'm happy.
That's good. Good news is Colts 10, Cowboys 7.
Okay.